Welcome back to another episode of Old School. We are back on the Commodore Amiga, and yes, as you could see, HeroQuest is what I'm going to be trying today. So, the reason I'm trying this game on the Amiga is because my brother sent me a photo via WhatsApp today saying, "Look Mike, I've bought this." And it's the HeroQuest board game. We used to play a lot of it when we were kids, and we lost our board game, or we sold it, or whatever. So, yeah, I spent a bit of time with the ZX Spectrum version of this way back in the day. I've never played this version, the Amiga version, so this will be interesting. I do have to hold my hands up, guys. I did play a little bit of this before hitting record, just to get my bearings, just to get used to the gameplay mechanics again. And it's really good. It's a really good game. So anyway, let's start here at the maze. This will be your final test. So yeah, I also, guys, I've got the iPad in front of me like usual, so I can glance over and give you some reviews or how this was received back in the day. This is your dice, essentially. So there you go, I've thrown a 7, so I can move, you guessed it, 7 squares, basically. This is your map. So nothing has opened up yet. I haven't discovered anything, that's why it's just blank. You've just got the corridors, the yellow corridors around the sides. Let's go this way. So you could see there, on the top left, it says my name, Sigma. That is the barbarian. I think he's a barbarian, that's his name. And it shows I've got 100 gold. That 100 gold is what I won in a raffle. No, it's what I was awarded earlier, guys, for completing the maze. Basically this. Yeah, so there you go. On the map, this is opened up now because, yeah, I've discovered it. It's very faithful to the board game. If you didn't play the board game, guys, it is this, basically. And you play with other people. One of you... So there you go, I've searched, and there's a secret door. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, one of you basically plays as, like, the Dungeon Master, which is that dude on the screen there with a big beard. And he or she will work with the manual that comes with the board game, and they are the people who will know where the layout, or rather, where all the stuff within the map is. And they will lay it out as you play, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I've not explained that well. And then the other players will have a character each. Barbarian, or a dwarf, or... I can't remember what the other two are. One's a wizard, I think, and one might be an elf. But the game is just... It is so good. Especially... Oh, I'd imagine this would be super cool if you're playing all 4 of you and you're passing the mouse around, because you can't take this online, trust me. What I might do, guys, after I've escaped this maze, because I should remember how to do it. Oh, he's thrown an 11. That was a mouthful. Thrown an 11. I struggled with that. Yeah, I'll pick all 4 characters and show you how it kind of would have worked. But what I loved about the home computer version of this, like I say, I played it on the ZX Spectrum, is all of you can play. None of you have to be the Dungeon Master. The AI is the Dungeon Master and doing all that for you. So, there we go. Throw a 5. And I think it's down here. And there is an orc. So, you basically end your turn. There you go. I ended my turn and the orc has moved towards me. There you go. I survived the attack. So, it's turn-based combat. Classical. Or classic turn-based combat. This game is still fantastic to play, guys. I listened to the sound effects and the music and everything. The Amiga was such a beast. And it's so cool to go back to this. This is the version to play, for sure. I always remember those stairs. It's so faithful to the board game. There you go. So I've got 100 gold coins awarded to me. I've escaped the maze. And I'm pretty sure that's all you have to do with this particular quest, is just escape. I don't think there's anything else to do there. I might be wrong on that, but let's see if I can. So yeah, look, Sigmar's in play there. That's who I just played as. So if how do I do this? I want to get all of them involved. There we go. There we go. So the dwarf, the elf, the sorcerer or the wizard, and Sigmar the barbarian. Oh, you get to choose spells because I chose a wizard as well. Fire and earth. The other ones are grayed out, so maybe I haven't unlocked them. Was this microtransactions before microtransactions? Lair of the Orc Warlord. I'm going to try this quest. And here we go. Look at this. All 4. So, like I said earlier, you would be passing the mouse around. That sounds so weird. Let's get him in there. So I've got 3 moves left, or 3 steps I could take. And let's attack this dude. The goblin. Oh, that was easy. The enemy is dead. Yeah, so there you go. I end my turn, and then obviously it would be whoever was playing as the dwarf would be like, hey, pass me the mouse. It would be a bit awkward, all 4 of you crammed around an Amiga, I'm sure, and a small little CRT set, but oh, I can't go through there. What's going on? Oh, I know why. Because the barbarian's in there blocking the door in the next room. So there you go, guys. The wizard is called CM because I started naming him before I hit record, and I was like, but how do I play as him? I couldn't work it out. You know what I'm like. I've worked it out now, though. Just in time. The door's called Grungy. I don't remember that being a thing. Anyway. But what I'm going to do, guys, is for old school, I will play Space Crusade next. So Space Crusade is the follow-up board game to HeroQuest, but obviously set in space with space marines and that kind of thing. I had a friend in school and he had Space Crusade. You cannot get it now unless you go to eBay, and it's like selling for like 300 quid on there. It's crazy. There's no remake. I keep saying remake. What is it known as with a board game when they reissue something or remake it? It's just a remake, isn't it? Yeah, they haven't done it with Space Crusade yet. They might one day, but HeroQuest, like I said earlier, you can pick it up now from Smith's Toys and Toys. I was going to say Toys R Us. I miss Toys R Us. But yeah, Space Crusade, the game I'll do now. I'll do the Amiga version of that as well. But this is HeroQuest, guys. It is a super cool, very enjoyable, and I haven't even told you any of the reviews, have I? So before I go, let's have a quick look. I'll glance over. In the One magazine, Amiga magazine, the Amiga version of HeroQuest scored 91%, and it said, for the most part, it faithfully recreates the tabletop version, but is oversimplified in some areas, and this oversimplifying is mainly apparent in the combat. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that I think I'm right in saying in the board game version, the combat you get separate dice for, which you have to roll and that kind of thing, and you get attributes and cards for your attributes and weapons. But it's been, I haven't played it since the early 90s, so I could be way off on that. But anyway, HeroQuest on the Commodore Amiga, it is fantastic, as is the Amiga. Always getting glowing praise on this channel, the Amiga, and rightly so. It's awesome. Look out for more videos. Look out for the Space Crusade video. Hopefully that's as good as this. I'll speak to you all soon.